Hi, good morning. This is Dan from the House of Broken Dobbs Things. Welcome you to my shop. It's Saturday morning. Coffee is on the second pot, and out here in the shop, my wife has something to do, so I've been free to go out and deal with whatever I want to deal with in shop. Going to be a quick one today. I wanted to bring in a couple of things. I know we're working on the shaper, working at it, but in between, I think John's workshop. John, you made a great point. It's 37 videos of shaper repair. Oh Lord, that's just gonna wear everybody out. You're absolutely right. So we're gonna throw in the little ones in between. I had a couple of pieces that I want to introduce to everybody. Maybe you've thought about getting one, maybe you haven't. I don't want to review them today real quick. I'm gonna try to keep this under 10 minutes so nobody's burdened. So without further ado, the first piece I want to introduce is from Edge Technologies. It's the setting for the height for your cutting tool. There's like 3 different variations of it. This one is going into your spindle. Actually, you check it right up and then you set the height. We'll give you a demo of that here in a second. Haven't even opened it. Don't even know if I like it yet, but there it is. Because I think once you get your height set on all of your cutting tools, you can kind of leave it and do a quick check of this one. The second part, also from Edge Technologies, is going to be their tailstock alignment bar. This is not cheap. So we're going to give that a look too, because yes, I have another whole set of bars set up to do it, but you know what? I have several different lathes, different lengths, sizes. Why not just have one standard that I can rely on as much as I can? So, because we've changed too many things. So zero it out. Let's see how bad it comes up. Just to see if we introduced some confounding factors with our previous setup. Okay. So getting rid of that extra confounding factor has us down within something it's a little bit more reasonable. Now I'll borrow from Max Grant's comment. He had a great line. He said his lathe was cutting like a bloody carrot. So I think mine is too, to a small extent. That looks to be, and I know you have the angle offset there, it looks to be about 7,000. Okay, looks to be about fairly consistent. Okay, that's way better. Adjusting the clock, or the light around so you can see the gauge a little better. And again, this is the setup. Just want to point out, this is not really what this episode was for. It's really showing the tool, but since we're here, might as well adjust it. Right here is one of the 2 adjustment screws. There's one on the fore, one on the aft, and we're going to go ahead and adjust that. So I'm going to take it in about half. Okay, and the point is on these is they actually counterforce each other. So there's one on the front, one on the back, and that is a 5mm, just for anybody's reference. Okay, so I'm going to take this more. Okay. Okay, it's dialed in now. It's going to be probably quite a bit better than it was. And again, I haven't checked it. And again, these are things you have to do. this tailstock's been off, back on, a few things like that as I was working on the DRO, so it was time to get it tuned up. Long story short, the Edge Precision Technology, or the Edge Technology Precision Setting Bar worked great. No problems. I think it's fine. Do you need one? No. Should you have one? Maybe. It all depends. Do you have a bar that you've turned or can turn? I mean, that's fine. This is going to be really nice because now that I'm done, it goes right back in the tube. It's going in the toolbox until the next time I see it. And again, it's only 12 inches long, so therefore it'll work on pretty much every lathe I have here. So that's a good success. Now let's get on to the other one. Okay, now for the center height gauge. Just very simple design. Sets in your chuck, and this part right here is what you want to balance off on your cutting tool, and it is on a pivoting bearing, so it fluxes very nicely. Let's get it in there. Okay, just reinstalled the tool. Gonna flip it up. Gonna move it over. Get in. Catch it right on the edge. Okay, sub note, let's try to be friends with this thing. Swap the ends completely. You've got the rough saw cut in. Gonna feed in. Sorry. Uh-oh. Editor's note. Just the smallest of a nub. Uh-oh. Yeah. Hold on a second. Oops. All right, that wasn't enough. Let's try it again. There. Here. Setup time, no problem at all. I can get behind that. Okay. That one's, according to that, it's dead on. Okay, post-editing. I have to give the Edge Technology height gauge a thumbs up. Change. That's why you can edit your comments in Amazon. Same thing. I checked it twice. It seems to be okay. Good for beginners. You old pros, don't waste your time. You don't need it. But for us young ones, well, I'm not quite so young, but for those of us getting started and playing around in the shop, it'll get you better than what you might have guessed on the first one and probably waste less metal. So that's it.